Our next presenter is Justin Montney. He's a PhD student in kinesiology, originally from Topeka. Justin's a three-time Goolsby's Trivia League champion. He teaches a disc golf class and gives private lessons. He enjoys running and has run a marathon and competed in track and cross country at Fort Hays State. Fun fact about Justin is he worked as the pit camera operator for Jefferson Starship at the 2015 Wild West Fest. I've been to one of those. They're wild. They're wild. As a former Big Brothers Big Sisters mentor, Justin's goal is to help his hometown reduce obesity and heart disease through his research. Would you please welcome Justin Montney? Should have a green light.
Test. Great.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Job.
Okay. What if I told you there's something that could help you feel stronger, live longer, and even prevent a heart attack? Would you do it? Now, a quick show of hands. How many of you already knew that exercise is good for you? Let's keep those hands up. Don't put them down. Exercise. Unfortunately, this vast showing of hands mismatches the only 20% of Americans that are meeting the physical activity guidelines displayed before you in box number 1. Those of you with your hands up, how many of you feel like you're still meeting those guidelines? Some good, but I'm definitely seeing some hands go down. As you might have noticed, exercise doesn't have an awareness issue, it has an adherence issue. Unfortunately, many people try to find the benefits of exercise, but fail to change their long-term exercise behavior. This adherence issue was especially heartbreaking when I was working with cardiac rehab patients. This is because the cardiac rehab patients, if they didn't change their long-term exercise behavior, would drastically increase their likelihood for a recurring heart attack. It reminds me of one of my patients. His name was Tim. Now, Tim was in his 60s. And he's really excited to start his new exercise program after he completed cardiac rehab. His main plan was to leash up his dog and take him on a walk around his neighborhood every day. But unfortunately, life got in the way, and Tim ended up skipping one day. But then that turned into a week, and then a month, and then 6 months later, Tim found himself back in the hospital, a recurring heart attack. And sadly, Tim's story isn't unique. Many patients feel like even after graduating cardiac rehab, they lack the skills necessary in order to change their long-term physical activity behavior. On top of that, practitioners feel like they lack the training, tools, and recommendations necessary to change their patients' long-term exercise behavior. This illustrates, in Figure 2, a gap in the exercise education for cardiac rehabs. Thankfully, my research aims to bridge this gap with a program I've developed called the Cardiac Commitment Course, or C3. By creating and implementing staff trainings, exercise behavior worksheets, and exercise education tracking, staff feel more confident prescribing physical activity, and their patients feel more able to exercise autonomously even after they complete rehab. Together, let's redefine rehab. Let's give patients like Tim the tools that they need to not only survive, but to thrive. Thank you.